Like the gym honestly has saved me because I'm not out running the streets or because I'm in the gym lifting weights. And then after I lift weights, I just figuring out, okay, how can I get myself out of this hole that I've dug? I had a rough start to the new year. I got sick on top of everything else that's been happening, but we don't make excuses. We persevere, we push through, and I'm just document the journey. So if you're somebody that's going through something, if you're somebody that's living pretty well, all walks of life, I think, can find this beneficial. I'm personally someone that went from a great position to a not so great position. And I was discouraged at first that I'm gonna wait until I get back in order to start recording. But there is no perfect time. There is no perfect time. You start now. And instead of creating content, I'm just gonna document the way back to the top. So situations that were meant to break me honestly just showed me what was worth it. And to change, you have to change your environment, you have to change your habits, and you have to change the way you think. So that's what I've been working on. And although it has been a challenge, I'm not gonna lie, it'll be rewarding. And I'll warm up. I normally do the treadmill, but it's way easier to get an angle of me on the bike. I don't do the bike often, so hey, new year to try new things. And also I do not vlog my entire workout session, so this is all something new. For the longest, I was discouraged because I was losing a lot of the stuff that I was posting on a daily that I felt like brought me an audience, and I ended up getting discouraged. And I was like, man, if I'm not doing this or if I'm not showing that, people aren't gonna find it interesting. So it discouraged me from really posting. And I had just a come to light moment, and I realized even watching the people that have it all, the cars, the houses, the lifestyle, they really aren't shit. So not to shit on them, but to get it out of my own head, to realize that like I have a lot of value to give, and people tuned in and are watching for me, not because of what I have. And I was never really the type of person to flash anything, right? It's just, you know, when you're in a certain position, you get knocked off your feet, you kind of turn your back on what you're passionate about, and that's where I got to. And I had to realize that wasn't the right move to make. And yeah, this is a step in the right direction of getting back to where I know I should be. So my goal is to at least get 2 of these vlog type videos out per week, right? And honestly, just to get some real authentic content, not in the gym. I feel like the gym content started to overpower who I am as a person. And although I do love working out, it's, 10% of my day. And figuring out ways to express myself and express what I'm doing is really a constant battle, you know what I'm saying? And on the battle aspect of it, you really don't appreciate what you have until you lose it. And although people would tell me that, when you're able to blind yourself by the trips, the experiences, the dinners, the flashy things, you don't really pay attention to a lot of the things in your life until you lose it. So it was one of those things for me that until it happened, I didn't really pay it any mind. But when it happened, trust me, I felt it. I felt every bit of it. And although it does sting and burn, I'm thankful it happened because it allowed me to reflect on a level that I would have never reflected on had this not happened. So honestly, I'm gonna be real. I was gonna sell my motherfucking camera. Because I'm kind of like, at this point, I'm not monetized on anything, and I'm posting at free will. Those thoughts were in my mind. Somebody DM'd me, and I'm gonna figure out a way to make it pop up on the screen. Somebody DM'd me, it was like, yo, are you good? I haven't seen you post. Normally I post every single day. It was a point I was posting twice a day. But the fact that some people really resonate with you that much, you really don't pay attention or it doesn't click because although you're doing great, you want more. And that's where I caught myself in the cycle of I was actually doing great, but I still wanted more. And I think that level of greed is what led me to losing it all. And then realizing like, dang, I really did have it. You know what I'm saying? So, and although me saying it may not click, everyone's in a different stage of their life, and I was one of those people. People would tell me, but I was living how I was living, so it didn't really affect me until it affected me. And yeah, that's not a way to go. So if I could give any piece of advice, I would definitely say, listen twice as much as you speak, and take advice from people in all walks of life. Just because someone may not have that flashy lifestyle, the words could mean way more than the motherfucker telling you to keep grinding as they're, you know, riding around the city in a Lambo. So now I got these neutral presses. I seen them on Instagram, and I feel like my shoulders are one of those points that I kind of need to grow. At least start hitting them from different angles. Pause. So. I think I'm gonna make this one of those things where I just start giving bits and game that I think would have saved me from landing in this position. And one of those is, you know, being intentional with the things that you say. If you're gonna work out with somebody, do it. If you're gonna go somewhere with someone, show up. You know what I'm saying? Or at least do the courteous things like telling them like, hey, something came up, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And I think doing things like that, you live the right way. You know what I'm saying? One. Ooh. Three. Ooh. Like, you attract the right energy, you know what I'm saying, by standing on the things that you say, right? Your word is everything. And once people start to lose the value of your word, you slowly become worthless. You guys are gonna witness me go from ground zero to being that guy. And all it takes is a shift in the mind, man. Do the little things to become a better person, you know what I'm saying? Standing on the things you say. Taking care of yourself, hygiene, right? That's a big one, you know, and ultimately, you know, just everybody lives by a different code, accord. Just do the right thing, right? It costs nothing to be a decent human. So no matter what battle you're going through, do not allow that to be the reason you're an asshole to people. Everyone goes through life. Everyone's navigating a tough season, no matter how they show it. You know, some people are better than others at hiding it. But what I've noticed, at least from speaking to people and doing the interviews in the gym, is that most people are going through tough times. You know, and the reason I like the gym and I'm in it a lot is because everyone is putting their tough season to the side and focusing on being better. And it's like we can all relate to each other no matter what phase of the gym we're in, or, you know, what we're looking to achieve in the gym. We're all looking to be better. So personally, iron sharpens iron. So being in this state of mind is, you know, priceless to me. Speaking of injury, you guys know the squat pro machine where the thing goes over your neck and you squat it, you move the bars and you squat it. So I was doing that with like 6 plates. And I thought I racked it and put the bars out to catch it, and I didn't. So I went up with a lot of force, moved the bars, I guess I didn't. And all the weight came crashing down. It like I literally almost snapped my back. So that was another one of those moments where you realize this shit is for real. And ever since then, I've been taking a different approach when it comes to weights, lifting heavy. There's just a lot that I'm gonna change this year, from the way that I talk to people, the people that I talk to, and honestly who I pour into, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I said earlier, I caught myself pouring into those who would never pour into me with the same effort, you know what I'm saying? And I caught myself a lot of times being around people that were just tolerating me. They weren't really having my best interest at heart. Going through certain situations to truly open up and realize it, because when everything is going your way, you tend to overlook things. And I think the universe has a way of making us pay attention to those signs, whether we want to or not. And although I somewhat knew, it wasn't a main point of my life, because, you know, life was great. I wasn't focused on that happening. And trust me when I tell you, I got stripped of everything to where, like, that's all. It's almost like that one bad memory that just keeps playing over and over and over and over. And honestly, that's exactly how it feels. That's what's going on. But the same way I'm in this position, I have all of the power to get myself out of it. And I didn't really have any structure with this video, other than getting myself in the habit of recording horizontal for a YouTube format, and honestly getting away from spamming Instagram and giving more of who I am, more pieces of my day-to-day life. And I feel like that's way more authentic and genuine through longer videos, which is the focus of me building my YouTube up. So you guys are digging it, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, and just know like this ride is about to get crazy. I went from someone who had a really strict, disciplined routine to kind of just floating and getting in where I can. So because I'm doing it like that, my split hasn't been ideal, but it's been enough to get me to where I still, you feel me, look like I work out, which that's the goal. And honestly, it's not about being perfect. So if you're someone that hasn't taken the steps to start, I really urge you to start. The quicker you start, the quicker you'll figure things out along your journey. The one thing you need to have is yourself at all times. So for me to you, start today and document yourself doing it. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, JMattent, JMattent, you can see my Instagram is really aesthetic. You know, I wanted to go for the perfect image and put it out like I was a perfect individual. And honestly, it discouraged me from recording like this. And literally a year ago, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing a YouTube video, and I never did one. You know what I'm saying? I was discouraged, I was in my own head, and once you lose the mental battle, everything else starts to follow. So this is the journey of me rebuilding. About 185 to around 188 pounds of fluctuating. Again, not in the best situation. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I used to feast like a king. That's what I prided myself on. Just due to where my life is, I haven't been eating like that. Doing the best I can, you know, with what I have. This go round, again, I haven't been taking any supplements, no creatine, barely pre-workout, no protein, no vitamins, none of that. Like that's where I am in life, if y'all are wondering. So I definitely want to get back to where I'm 100%, you know, but it does cost to maintain yourself in the sense of how I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I am learning that I didn't have to go above and beyond for that shit, but that's the way I wanted to do it. That's the way I enjoyed doing it, and I enjoyed every second of it. I do want to do that shit again. So it's really up to you. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be expensive. I think I was blinded. I felt like it would never end. You know what I'm saying? Like everything felt like, hey, I don't know. I was in like a euphoric mindset. So things didn't really hone into me until I went flat. And then once I went flat, everything kind of hit me at once. So my words to you is enjoy everything you have now. Be grateful for the things you have. Treat the people that are doing you well right. Do right by them. And everything else will work itself out. You know what I'm saying? Cut the loose ends. Shy away from the people that don't share the same interests or morals as you. And honestly, you know, you have a lot of life to live. You know, don't let one temporary moment disrupt you from the life you're meant to have. And self-sabotage is real. Get out of your head. Do the little things every day to become a better person. Waking up earlier, taking care of your body, drinking your water, you know, telling those people you love them, you know, checking in on those that care about you. You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that open your mind to accept the blessings the universe has for you. So don't get discouraged, and remember, what's for you is for you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, no structure, but I'm gonna drop about, hopefully 2 of these a week is the goal. 2 videos like this a week. And honestly, just to see where it goes from here. Again, I want to get out of the gym, you know, do more videos in real life, you know, doing other things than just working out. But right now, working out is kind of my outlet / safe haven, kind of all I have at the moment. So bear with me. You know, we're going to make it out of this together. I hope to see you guys lock in with me on this journey. Comment some goals you guys are working on. You know, comment your situation. You know, maybe we can sympathize together. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment down below. Please subscribe to the kid. Check me out on Instagram, JMattent. I'll link my Instagram as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video.